Festival, where we were going to produce a group of plays at the same time. I wanted to perform in several of them, and it's hard to approach the director and say, well, you know, I'm the producer, but I would like to be considered for an acting part. You know, there's a balance that you have to play, I think, in first of all, approaching the director and making them aware that you're interested in a part. And then once you do get the part, separating yourself as producer and actor. I know that during Tech Week, which is the week before the actual performance, I couldn't concentrate during rehearsal period because, as my director was telling me, I had half an ear, you know, to the tech booth.
Right.
You know, listening to what was going on, and I wasn't even aware I was doing that.
Right, subconsciously, you're just doing both.
You're doing both, so I had to walk away, literally walk away from, you know, the set and the stage.
Are there more Asian Americans venturing into acting as a career? Are you seeing an increase or?
I think so.
Over the
I
years?
think so. Here in Washington, D.C., there definitely is. The only problem that I see is, you know, how am I going to say this without offending anybody?
Well, that's okay.
The older, more mature Asian American, we're always looking for 40 plus, I think. And for instance, the plays that we choose for the season, sometimes we have to put a play aside because it calls for a 65-year-old couple, you know, a grandparent, and there just aren't
Why
any.
can't you use makeup? I mean, why wouldn't you have a 25-year-old playing a 60-year-old? I mean, isn't that done all the time?
I don't know if it's done all the time, but there's, you know, the physicality of the person, of a 65-year-old, and I'm not saying that a 25-year-old actor couldn't do that, but you know, sometimes there are other things that are involved, I think, in the actual character of a 65-year-old that a 25-year-old might not be able to pull off.
I'm going to keep that in mind for my 5th career.
Well, Ginny, you know, I've told you this time and time again, I think that you should definitely go into the acting business. You're natural on camera, and yes.
No, I think it's a shame we don't have more mature people venturing into this. Where do you see the Tsunami Theater in the future?
Well, I'd like Tsunami Theater to be seen in the Washington, D.C. area in particular as a respected professional theater company where people would like to come and see a production on a regular basis. You know, before I got into acting, I would open the paper and see what was happening at the Kennedy Center or Studio Theater or Arena Stage.
Right.
And a lot of times, you know, it's the theater company itself rather than the play. You know, sometimes it doesn't matter what's playing. You just would like to go.
But you played at the Kennedy Center.
I have. Yes,
That's
it was
wonderful.
very exciting. Very exciting. It was a one-night show, but I have to tell you, just as much work goes into, you know, producing a one-time show as you know, like a 16-performance show. But the actors were very excited. It was an honor for us to be on the stage at the Kennedy Center. We were all very excited.
Well, Joan Rebecca, we're running short of time. Where do you see yourself 10 years from now?
10 years from now, I hope to actually get into producing television. I would love to do that. I would love to act in a television series, I think, for a little bit.
Well, that's why I do a series like this, because we really do need to see more Asian Americans on television. And I wish you a lot of luck.
Thank you so much,
Really
Jenny.
great for us to see you on television.
Thank you.
We'll run out of time, and we'll be right back. Stay tuned. We'll see you in just a few minutes.
To be a mentor, you don't have to have all the answers.
Interesting. You hungry?
Yeah.
You just have to be yourself, which, by the way, is pretty good. Do good. Mentor a child. Call 1-877-BE-A-MENTOR.
While walking in a toy store the day before today, I overheard a crayon box with many things to say.
I don't like red, said Yellow, and Green said, nor do I. And no one here likes orange, but no one knows just why.
Well, I bought that box of crayons and took it home with me and drew with all the colors so the crayons could all see.
That each of us is special and everyone's unique. But it's when we get together that the picture is complete.
Welcome back to Ginny's, where East meets West. My next guest is employed as an EEO administrative judge and enjoys a successful acting career in his other life. He has appeared in shows as America's Most Wanted and Homicide, as well as movies such as Enemy of the State and Forces of Nature. Most recently, he appeared in a Tsunami Theater's production